My child, I need you to stop everything you are doing right this second. Put down what distracts you. Silence the noise around you. This is not a casual message that you stumbled upon by accident. I have positioned you here, in this exact moment, to hear something that will not repeat itself. What I am about to reveal carries weight beyond what your mind can currently measure. And if you turn away now, if you tell yourself you will return to this later, you may never recognize what was being offered to you. I am interrupting your day because what lies ahead of you requires immediate course correction. Right now, invisible forces are moving. Doors you have prayed for are beginning to shift on their hinges. But other doors you think lead somewhere good, are preparing to lock you into patterns that will cost you years. I see what you cannot see. I watch the convergence of events forming around your life. Some of what is approaching carries the answer you have been seeking. Other elements carry deception so subtle that your natural senses will not detect the danger until it is too late. This is why I am reaching for you now. In this way, through these words, not to frighten you, but to awaken you before the window closes. Listen carefully. The path you are currently walking feels familiar, feels safe, feels like progress. But familiarity is not the same as destiny. Safety is not the same as purpose. And progress that moves you in circles is not movement at all. I have allowed you to experience enough to prepare you for what comes next. But preparation without activation leads nowhere. You are standing at a junction point. Think of it as a fork in a road you cannot yet fully see. One direction leads to breakthrough, alignment, and the manifestation of promises I spoke over you before you even understood what they meant. The other direction leads to more waiting, more confusion, more of the same patterns dressed up in new circumstances. And here's what most people never realize. Choosing neither path is still a choice. Hesitation itself becomes a direction. Delay has consequences that compound silently. I am not here to offer you comfort. I am here to offer you truth. And the truth is this: you are closer to your next level than you have ever been. But you are also vulnerable in ways you do not recognize. There are voices around you right now, some human, some not, that are working to keep you exactly where you are. Not through force, but through whispers, through reasonable sounding advice, through delays that feel justified, through distractions that seem harmless. Before we go any further, I need you to make a decision that signals your readiness to receive what I am preparing to show you. This is not about earning my favor. You already have it. This is about positioning your heart to recognize truth when it appears. First, if this message is stirring something inside you, if you sense that this is not random, let that be reflected in a simple action like this video. Not as a mindless gesture, but as a spiritual agreement, a way of saying I am choosing alignment over confusion. I will not allow this moment to pass unmarked. Second, subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications. Not because I need your support, though your connection does help this word reach others who are meant to hear it, but because staying connected to a flow of truth keeps your spirit sharp when the world tries to dull it. Third, go to the comments and write 777 or 999. Add your city or country wherever you are listening from right now. Let this be a marker between you and me, a public declaration that says I am not invisible. I am here, I am ready. And if you feel led to support this ministry through the Super Thanks feature or through your prayers and encouragement, know that your seed is not random. It is alignment. It positions you as a co-laborer in this movement, and that positioning carries spiritual weight you will see evidence of in the days ahead. Now, let me show you what has been forming beneath the surface of your life. You have been in a season of preparation that felt like punishment, days where nothing moved forward. Nights where you questioned whether I even heard your prayers. Moments where the gap between what I promised and what you experienced felt too wide to ever close. But here is what you could not see from where you were standing. Every delay was strategic. Every closed door was protection. Every moment of silence was me working in dimensions you do not have access to, rearranging circumstances, removing obstacles, positioning people and resources in places you have not even thought to look yet. What felt like abandonment was actually precision. I was not ignoring you. I was preparing you for a level of responsibility, influence, and spiritual authority that requires a foundation most people never build. The pressure you felt was not meant to break you. It was meant to compress everything weak, everything unstable, everything that would have collapsed under the weight of what I am about to release into your hands. You are a seed that has been underground long enough. The shell that protected you is beginning to crack. What emerges will not look like what went into the soil. This is transformation, not improvement. And transformation requires something from you that comfort never demands. It requires trust when you cannot see the outcome. It requires movement when the path is not fully lit. It requires you to act on instruction even when your logic resists it. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am asking you to be obedient. There is a difference. Recklessness ignores wisdom. Obedience follows the voice that sees further than your eyes ever could. And right now, my voice is telling you that the season of waiting is ending, but the season of testing is beginning. These are not the same thing. Waiting tests your patience. Testing reveals whether you will hold your position when pressure increases, when others misunderstand you, when circumstances seem to contradict what I already spoke. Let me be even more direct. There is something you have been planning to do, a decision you have been delaying, a conversation you have been avoiding, a step you have convinced yourself you are not ready for. That hesitation is not wisdom, it is fear disguised as caution. And every day you allow that delay to continue, you give the enemy more time to build resistance against what I am trying to birth through you. I need you to hear this with full clarity. The door I am opening for you will not stay open indefinitely, not because I am impatient, but because timing is part of the blessing. A door opened at the wrong time leads to struggle. A door opened at the right time leads to flow. And right now, this moment, this day, this hour, the timing is aligned. But alignment is fragile. It requires you to move when I say move. Not when you feel ready. The energy shifting through your life right now is not your imagination. You feel it in your body, a restlessness, a sense that something is different even though externally nothing has changed yet. That is your spirit responding to what is already in motion in the unseen. You are being recalibrated. Old frequencies that kept you tied to old patterns are being disrupted. New frequencies that align with your next assignment are being activated. This process is not always comfortable. You may feel emotions rising that you thought you had already dealt with. You may notice thoughts surfacing that feel intrusive, repetitive, heavy. These are not signs of regression. These are signs of clearing. Everything that does not belong in your new season is being pushed to the surface so it can be released. Do not resist this. Do not try to manage it with your own strength. Let the process do what it is designed to do. Release what needs to go. Receive what is trying to enter. And while this internal shift is happening, pay attention to what is happening externally. You will start to notice patterns, conversations that seem to repeat the same message from different people, opportunities that appear with unusual timing, obstacles that suddenly dissolve without explanation. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations I am showing you in the natural what I am already doing in the spiritual. When you see these signs, do not dismiss them as luck or chance. Recognize them for what they are. Breadcrumbs, markers on the path I am illuminating for you step by step. But here is the part most people miss. Seeing the signs is not enough. You have to act on them. A door revealed but not walked through is the same as a door that was never opened. An opportunity recognized but not seized is the same as an opportunity missed. I will show you the way, but you have to take the steps. Now I need to warn you about something that will test everything I have just spoken to you. As you begin to move forward, as you begin to step into alignment, you will encounter resistance. Not just external resistance, though that will come, but internal resistance. Voices in your own mind that sound rational, careful, protective. They will tell you to slow down. They will remind you of past failures. They will point to current limitations. They will ask you questions designed to make you second-guess what you know I have already confirmed. Do not negotiate with these voices. Recognize them for what they are. Fear dressed up as wisdom. The enemy has studied you long enough to know that he cannot stop you with obvious attacks. So he uses subtle ones. Doubt that feels like discernment. Delay that feels like patience. Distraction that feels like balance. These are traps, and the only way to avoid them is to stay so close to my voice that you can distinguish between what sounds like me and what is simply using my vocabulary. This is where most people lose their momentum. They start strong, they feel the fire. They take the first few steps, but then the resistance increases and they interpret that resistance as a sign they are going the wrong direction. So they stop. They retreat. They convince themselves they misheard me. Let me settle this right now. Resistance is not a sign you are going the wrong way. Resistance is often a sign you are going exactly the right way and the enemy knows it. When you were stuck, when you were circling, when you were confused, there was no resistance because there was no threat. But now that you are moving toward what I have called you to, now that you are aligning with destiny instead of distraction, now there is something to resist. Expect it. Do not be surprised by it, and definitely do not let it convince you to turn back. I want you to understand something about the level you are entering. It is not just a better version of where you have been. It is a completely different realm of operation. The rules that governed your last season will not apply here. The strategies that worked before will not work now. The people who were with you then may not be with you here. And that is not betrayal. That is transition. Not everyone is assigned to every season of your life. Some people were meant to walk with you for a chapter. Trying to keep them past their season creates friction that slows both of you down. Release them with honor. Bless them as they go. And trust that I am already positioning the people who belong in this next chapter. You will know them not by how long you have known them, but by how aligned they are with where you are going. Let me also address something about provision because I know this is an area where many stumble. You have been asking me to provide for the vision I gave you, and I will. But provision does not always look the way you expect it to look. Sometimes provision comes as an idea. Sometimes it comes as a connection. Sometimes it comes as a skill you did not know you had until you needed it. Do not limit me to one delivery method. Stay open, stay flexible, and understand this. I do not give you everything you need all at once because that would eliminate your need to trust me day by day. I give you what you need for the step you are on. And when you take that step, the next resource appears. This is how I build faith that can sustain weight. If I gave you everything up front, you would rely on the provision instead of the provider. I need you dependent on me, not on the blessing. Think about the nature of a seed again, but let me show you something deeper this time. A seed does not just carry potential, it carries intelligence. It knows when conditions are right. It knows when to break open. It knows which direction to send roots and which direction to push toward light. You are functioning the same way right now. There is intelligence in you that knows this moment is different. Your spirit recognizes what your mind is still trying to process. That recognition is not random. That is divine design activating in real time. And just like a seed, you are being called to push through resistance. The soil above you may feel heavy. Breaking through may require more force than you thought you had. But the truth is, you were built for this exact pressure. The strength required to break through was forged in you during every season you survived. That should have destroyed you. Let me address something that many people misunderstand about breakthrough. They think breakthrough means everything suddenly becomes easy. That once you break through, resistance disappears and life flows without effort. That is not how it works. Breakthrough means you have reached a new level where new challenges exist. But the difference is this. The new challenges are ones you are equipped to handle. The old challenges would have kept you stuck in circles. The new challenges move you forward even when they are difficult. You are not breaking through to escape pressure. You are breaking through to pressure that has purpose. There is a massive difference. Purposeless pressure crushes. Purposeful pressure shapes, and every bit of pressure you are feeling right now has purpose embedded in it. You may not see it yet, but you will. When you look back from where you are going, you will see that nothing was wasted. Every tear had a reason. Every delay had a purpose. Every loss made room for something that could not have fit in your life otherwise. Now I want to talk to you about identity because this is where most people get trapped without even realizing it. You have been carrying an identity that was given to you by your history, by your failures, by other people's opinions, by circumstances that shaped you before you had the power to resist them. That identity feels true because you have lived with it for so long. But it is not true. It is a shell, a costume, a label that was placed on you but was never meant to define you. I am calling you out of that false identity and into the identity I gave you before you were born. This is not about positive thinking. This is not about affirmations. This is about recognizing who you actually are versus who you have been pretending to be in order to survive environments that did not know how to receive the real you. The real you is powerful. The real you is anointed. The real you carries authority that makes darkness nervous. And the reason you have faced so much resistance is because the enemy has been trying to keep you from discovering who you actually are. Let me go deeper into this idea of alignment because it is more than just a spiritual concept. Alignment is a state of being where every part of you is moving in the same direction. Your thoughts, your emotions, your will, your actions. When these are all pointing toward the same target, you become a force that cannot be easily stopped. But when these are fragmented, when your mind says one thing and your emotions pull another direction, when your will wants to move forward, but your actions stay stuck in old patterns, you create internal friction that drains your energy and slows your progress. This is why I keep bringing you back to alignment. It is not about perfection. It is about congruence. Getting all of you moving together toward what I have called you to. And here is what happens when you achieve that level of alignment. Doors open that you did not even knock on. Resources appear that you did not have to chase. People cross your path at the exact moment you need them. Clarity comes without you having to force it. This is not luck. This is the natural result of alignment. When you are aligned with me, you are positioned in the flow of my provision, my protection, and my purpose. I also need to prepare you for something that will feel counterintuitive. As you step into this next level, you may feel more alone than you have felt in a long time. Not because I have left you, but because you are moving into a space where fewer people understand what you are carrying. The conversations that used to sustain you may start to feel empty. The relationships that used to energize you may start to feel draining. This is not a sign that something is wrong. This is a sign that you are outgrowing the limitations of your former season. Do not panic when this happens. Do not try to force old connections to fit new realities. Instead, make space grieve if you need to, but do not go backward trying to recreate what has already served its purpose. I am making room in your life for new relationships that match where you are going, not where you have been. Trust the process of pruning. What I am removing is not punishment. It is preparation as we move toward the close of this message. I want to bring something full circle. The reason I interrupted your day, the reason I arrested your attention, the reason I am speaking to you with this level of directness is because I see what is at stake. This is not just about you having a better life, though that is part of it. This is about you stepping into an assignment that affects more people than you currently realize. There are lives connected to your obedience, destinies that hinge on you saying yes when I ask you to move, breakthroughs that are waiting on the other side of your willingness to trust me in the dark. You are not random. You were never random. And the fact that you are here, reading these words in this moment, is proof that something in you recognized the sound of my voice, even before your mind fully understood what was being said. There is something I need you to understand about timing that will protect you from unnecessary frustration. There is a difference between my timing and your timing. Your timing is based on what you can see and what feels logical from your limited perspective. My timing is based on what I can see across the entire landscape of your life, past, present, and future. When you ask me for something and I do not give it to you immediately, it is not because I am withholding it. It is because I am positioning it. I am aligning all the moving parts that need to be in place for you to receive it in a way that does not destroy you. Premature blessing becomes a burden. Blessing that arrives at the right time becomes a foundation. This is why patience is not passive. Patience is active trust. It is you saying, I believe you see what I cannot see, and I trust your timing more than I trust my urgency. So here is what I am asking you to do. After you finish this, do not just move on to the next thing. Sit with what you have heard. Let it settle. Let it confront the places in you that want to resist it, and then make a decision. Not a vague intention, not a someday commitment, but a clear, definitive decision that you are going to align your actions with what I have spoken. Write it down if you need to, speak it out loud, but do not leave this moment without marking it as significant. Because it is. This is a hinge point, a before and after moment. And what you do in the next 24 hours will determine whether you look back on this as the day everything shifted or as another message you almost acted on. If you have not already done so, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next word I release through this channel. As we are moving toward 100,000 subscribers, your connection is not just a number. It is a signal that you are part of a movement of people who refuse to settle for less than what I have promised. Take a moment right now to go to the comments. Write 777 or 999 and share where you are watching from. Let your voice be added to the thousands who are declaring, I am ready, I am aligned, I will not miss this moment. And if you feel led to support this ministry through the Super Thanks feature, know that your generosity helps this message reach further than any one of us could take it alone. Every seed you sow in alignment with my voice multiplies in ways you will see evidence of when you need it most.